Okay, now in today's lesson, we are going to continue where we left off last time with our internals and externals, and then identify valid breaks of structures and liquidity. Okay, now you already know that in a bullish trend, you have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then another higher high. And in a bearish trend, you have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then a lower high. Okay, now every time the price goes from the swing low to the next swing high, this would be a break of structure. Okay, so you mark this as a bullish break of structure, and the same thing here. Now in a bearish structure, the last swing high that broke the swing low is a bearish break of structure, and this is how you should mark them in your chart, but not yet. Okay, you see here we have a bullish break of structure, a bullish break of structure, and then here we have a bearish break of structure, and then a bearish break of structure. Now, what I'm going to teach you right now is something very important. Any break of structure without a liquidity sweep is invalid. And if you don't know what liquidity is, I will explain to you in a second. Okay, let me just show you how it looks like on the chart now. Okay, so I'm going to delete all of this because all of this is invalid. This is not a break of structure. This is not a break of structure. Neither this nor this. Okay, so in a bullish trend, let's say we have something like this. Okay, now this one is not a valid break of structure. Why? Because it did not sweep any liquidity. Okay, here price created a swing low, another swing high. This swing high failed to break this high, but this swing low managed to break the high. Now, because this zone took this swing low, that means that it swept liquidity, and this break of structure becomes valid. Okay, this one, not valid. We don't touch it. We don't use it. We don't consider it. We don't even look at it. Okay, this is your break of structure. Now, let me show you the same concept in a bearish trend. Okay, now here we swept liquidity, buy side liquidity, and then we broke structure. This one is a 100% valid break of structure. This one, on the other hand, not valid. Why? Because it did not sweep any liquidity. And that's how we can identify valid breaks of structure. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how to look for these on the 5-minute chart and on the 1-minute chart. Okay? Now, we are going to continue where we left off last time. Still from July 13th up until current day price action. Okay? Now, here, if you pay close attention, here we swept liquidity. Price took this high and also this high, and look what it did. It broke structure. This is a valid break of structure, bearish break of structure, sorry. Okay? This one, on the other hand, if you pay close attention, you see this? So when price created the swing low, it failed to take this, which means that from a bullish perspective, this is not a break of structure. You don't mark this. Instead, we waited for the liquidity sweep and for an actual break of structure. Now, I'm going to give you a second just to look at the chart here and tell me if you can identify any valid break of structure. Good. Now, here, this one swept liquidity and then it broke structure, which means that this high swept some liquidity here. I'm going to mark it for you now. and then it broke structure, making this a valid break of structure. Okay? Here, price did sweep liquidity right here. But did it break structure here? No, it did not. So this one is not valid. I don't mark it. I don't think about it. Okay? Next, here you have a liquidity sweep. And then price finally broke structure, which means that this is a valid break of structure. Okay? Now, here objective of price is done, but we're not going to discuss objectives today. But here price took a lot of liquidity and then it broke structure to the upside, which means that this is also a valid break of structure. Okay? Let's continue. Here, London swept liquidity. It took this external, it took Asia low, and then it broke structure. So this is a valid break of structure. This one I mark. Okay? Then here we swept internal liquidity and then we broke structure internally. You see, price respected it. You can take a pending order from here and then price will deliver higher. Okay? Now, then, I'm not going to explain what New York usually does, but just to give you a quick context, New York goes from one external into the other. So what it did was New York swept all of this liquidity and then it broke structure here. Okay? We're just talking about liquidity sweeps and breaks of structure. Okay? Next, what do we have here? Did price take this liquidity? No. Did price take this liquidity though? Yes. So price in London swept liquidity here, respected this zone. It did not break it. So here we swept. Let me show you how you can understand internals. So here price swept liquidity. It broke structure here, confirming we are bullish. Then it respected this zone to the pip, did not break it, and then it delivered higher. And this is your external break of structure. Okay? Then, in New York, price swept all of this liquidity from here. And then it broke structure right here, making this a valid break of structure. And look, price kept on delivering lower, lower, and lower. Now, here, let's see if we have a liquidity sweep. No, we don't. So Asia high is not a valid break of structure. Here we have a liquidity sweep. Did we break structure? No, we didn't. But here we swept liquidity and then we broke structure. So this is a valid break of structure, bearish break of structure. Okay, now all of this is on the 5-minute time frame, and this is just to help you identify where price is going and why. Now, usually we use the 5-minute time frame to analyze the session bias and where price is going, and we use the 1-minute time frame for executions. So now we're going to go on the 1-minute time frame and look for the same thing. Okay, I'm just going to delete all of this. Now, one thing I want to say before I keep going, if you genuinely find this information useful and you are learning with me, I would really appreciate it if you follow me on YouTube, if you like this video right now and give me a comment, just so I can be able to continue making these videos for you. Let's hop on the 1-minute time frame and we can start, let's say, from here. It doesn't matter. Okay? So, what do we have here? Let's start from Asia low. So here we swept liquidity. You see this? We took this. And then we broke structure here. So this is a valid break of structure. And look, when price comes back to this zone, all of this zone, it respects it and continues higher. Okay? Even this one is valid because here we swept liquidity and then we broke structure. Here we swept liquidity and then we broke structure. Right here. Now, is this a break of structure? No. Why? Because it did not take this external. If it took this low, or if it took this low, sorry, if it took just this low, because this one is protected, here we already swept liquidity. So if it takes at least this low, then it will be a valid break of structure. Otherwise, I don't mark it. I leave it. Next, Frankfurt opened and it took Asia high by a few pips, and then it broke structure. So it swept, and then let's say it broke structure here. Okay, so now price is delivering lower. Here it did not take this high, so this is not a valid break of structure. Do not mark this as a break of structure. Here we swept liquidity and then we broke structure. This is a valid break of structure. This is not a valid break of structure. Here we swept liquidity and then we broke structure, so price started delivering bullish. Why am I saying this? Because Asia low is taken and price is reacting from imbalance. This is not important right now. So here we became bullish. And this is my confirmation. You see, price did not break past this low again. We swept liquidity and then we even broke structure to the high. So if I go on the 5-minute time frame, you will see that price fully respects this zone and keeps going higher. Okay? Now let's go back to the 1-minute time frame for now. Now, here we had an external. We swept liquidity here and here. Let's just mark this one for now. And then we broke structure. So this is a valid break of structure. And guess what? This is also a valid break of structure. Here we swept liquidity and then we broke structure. Now, what is the difference between the break of structure, between this break of structure and this one? This one is internal. The next one is external. Okay? And look, price respected this zone to the pip and continued delivering higher. And guess what? Here we also have a a sweep of liquidity and then a break of structure. So this zone is valid. Okay? Now, you're going to ask me, but Rabi, why did price break past this low if this is a valid break of structure? Very good question. And as I told you before, if price takes objective to the left, then every zone will be taken. Okay? We're not going to talk about a market shift, a change of character, any of these. Today, we're just going to identify valid breaks of structures from the bullish side and the bearish side. And once we are done with this, I will make a video about market objectives and when to expect price to reverse and liquidity cycles and all of that. Okay? Okay, now how do we trade breaks of structures and valid breaks of structures? Easy. Okay, now here what happened? We swept liquidity, right? And then we broke structure right here. That means that the moment price comes to this zone, it will never take it. Why? Because the low is protected. Because we swept liquidity and then we broke structure. I'm not going to talk about protecteds now, but basically, anytime price sweeps liquidity and breaks structure, the low or the high becomes protected until the objective is done. So here, if you take a 1 to 10 hour trade setup, it will go straight to your TP. Okay? From here until here. Next. The same concept here. Price swept liquidity. And then it broke structure. Now, trading from here is 100% valid, even though I haven't explained efficiency yet. But here price is reacting from efficiency. It already swept liquidity here. It gave you candle rejections. And if you still don't know how to trade candle rejections, what do you have here? You have an IFVG. So you take your order from here. Stop loss behind the wick. And target 1 to 10. And look how it plays out, okay? Next. I'll show you one more. Now, here. Price swept liquidity. And it broke structure here. Right? Now, I'm going to show you two scenarios for you to trade from this zone. Number one, if price sweeps liquidity and it breaks internal break of structure, this is a valid break of structure internally. That means that one, you can trade from here. You put a pending order here and you target the first external, 1 to 6. Okay? This is number one. Number two, if we sweep liquidity and you are not sure about taking a trade from internal break of structure, I understand you are still learning. You wait for the external break of structure and price whenever it takes an external. This is called an external. Okay? Even though it's a break of structure, but price took this external. And when price takes an external, the first thing that it does is that it tends to pull back. Okay? Now, where does it pull back to? It pulls back to take internal liquidity. Okay? Now, if this is your protected zone, and now you know that your break of structure is 100% valid from here, what do? You identify your liquidity. So this is your liquidity, right? And what you do is you put a pending order a little bit below it. Okay, so let's say 20 point stop loss. Okay, and what do? You target the next external. Or if you know where your objective is to the left, you can target a higher external. Okay, now trading from protected is very important, but if you want to catch bigger moves and you have a feeling that you won't be able to, like in this scenario, because here from this entry until this external, it is only a 1 to 5, and usually we only trade 1 to 10. So in order for you to catch a better trade setup, if you know that this is a protected and you know that this is the last liquidity sweep, the moment price comes here, instead of having a pending order, what you do is you execute from here and you target the next objective. And you see here you can catch an easy 1 to 8 or 1 to 9 RR setup if you know where price is going. In the next video, I'm going to discuss efficient price action, inefficient price action, and high probability efficiencies. If you don't know what they are, please make sure you rewatch market structure and then liquidity and valid breaks of structures, just so you can keep up with my rhythm, okay? Follow for more.